Mauser Electronics is a specialist electronics distributor. Traffic has grown exponentially over the last 12 to 18 months, and because a significant proportion of the business and revenue runs through the website, it's extremely important to keep it up 24/7. We service 140 plus countries around the world in 17 languages and 16 currencies, so it truly is a 24/7 operation. Therefore, it's vital to have the website up 24/7. We were able to have multiple web servers, multiple load balancers, but when it comes to the database, a SQL Server database is only able to have one primary node and a secondary failover node. So unlike losing one of 6 or 7 web servers, losing the primary node means an outage as the cluster fails over. The architecture we were aiming for was one where you have N+1 or N+2 availability, where we could lose 1 or 2 nodes from the cluster, from the architecture of any particular level, and the website would remain functioning. Scalarc enabled us to actually spread the traffic more or less evenly across 4 nodes. The traffic is load balanced across 4 nodes. Each one of the servers takes 25% of the traffic, and if we lose one of the nodes, the remaining servers take the rest of the traffic without interruption to service. Scalarc has largely exceeded our expectations in performance and reliability. One specific occasion springs to mind where we had a catastrophic hardware failure on the primary database node. We were under pretty heavy load. We had over 1,000 users on the website running 40,000 requests a second. The SQL Server cluster basically failed, and the primary node went down, leaving the other 3 nodes in place. In the time it took, for SQL Server to fail from the primary node to the secondary node, Scalarc had buffered all the writes and redirected all of the reads to the remaining 3 working nodes. When the SQL Server cluster failed across to the secondary node, the Scalarc load balancer then recognized the write node and fed in all of the buffered writes to this node and rebalanced again. It did this so quickly that there was no noticeable interruption to the website service and no dropped customers and no lost sales.